EA sucks.
EA sucks.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. We're covering EA now, our favorite publisher / game company / Satan worshipping
Money
group
grabbing
ever.
Satan
Right?
worship.
Yeah. So EA list that we thought was interesting. They covered at E3, which once again still going on, and I'm pretty sure EA is not going to announce anything else between today and tomorrow.
They might announce another DLC.
That's true. Money grabbing DLC.
And a DLC for that DLC.
Yeah. DLC squared. They got Titanfall 2, Mass Effect Andromeda, Battlefield 1, FIFA and Madden, and some
Oh, I'll take that back.
companies about Star Wars. But we'll
I'll take
cover
Star
that
Wars.
if we get that one. So
What?
we'll go around the room. Reed, which one are you excited about the most?
That's not even a question. Mass Effect, by far.
Uh-huh.
And then I kinda like the more I see from Battlefield 1, I kinda like the way it looks. And then also I'm kinda interested to know about these Star Wars supposed rumors / BioWare working on possible Star Wars stuff, which BioWare made the greatest Star Wars game of all time, so I want to see another one of those.
And that is not a disclaimer, that is a fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you don't agree with it, well then you know what.
That's not a disclaimer.
We reject
That's
your
not a
point.
rumor.
And substitute our own.
That's anyway.
You said disclaimer.
But yeah, by far, Mass Effect Andromeda, and I really hope they do good with that because I want to see that series continue. Because Mass Effect's probably in my top like 3 game series of all time. So anyway, that's my list, I guess.
I mean, what excites you about Mass Effect?
It's Mass Effect. They haven't really showed anything about it yet, but
Yeah, they haven't shown
what I
much.
kind of like about this one is it's more. I think it's about finding a new home for humanity, and it's not like this huge, big, like overdone thing that everyone always does with this big super threat that you have to stop from destroying the galaxy. It's more of a, I guess, like personalized
there.
story about
Survival.
just humanity.
Hmm.
And like I said, they haven't shown much about it. There's a few snips like come from the gameplay, so you see like the stuff that happens in every Mass Effect. You're hiding behind cover, you're jumping through the air with your biotic stuff, and at the very end of the trailer it says it's this chick waking up out of like hypersleep or whatever you want to call it, and she goes, "We made it." And basically saying we made it to the Andromeda galaxy, and what's cool about that is they can put whatever the hell they want into that for us to explore because, well, it's a whole new galaxy.
And fun fact, Andromeda is the closest galaxy to our galaxy, Milky Way.
Bam. Dropping the knowledge on you.
Oh.
I really didn't know that.
Dang it. Actually, no, that's Alpha
God
Centauri.
damn it, not knowledge.
Andromeda, funny enough, is on a collision course with us. And will actually destroy, collide with the Milky Way galaxy. That was it.
Yeah, so you better get these games before you die in a big old fiery space explosion.
Something tells me you don't have to worry about that for a while.
In roughly 200,000 years? Or
Yeah,
something like
we'll
that.
be good.
But Sam, if
Maybe
you're religious,
200 million,
what is
maybe.
that?
I'm not entirely. I can't remember.
Isn't that called Jesus coming back?
Jesus.
You know what?
Sure.
Sure, that's Jesus, man.
That means, and he's going to come to Earth and take you away.
Yes.
So in 200 million years, make sure if you love Jesus, you are on Earth.
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 Or Jesus.
So, yeah, that totally got
Christine.
hijacked.
Yeah, sorry. Alright, so you're a big fan of Mass Effect. I get that. I'm right with you.
Mass Effect has all the things I like about a single player experience. You've got your customization, you've got your exploration, you've got your story, you've got your side, I don't know what you want to call them, like your companion side characters that are almost as important as your main character.
They're not 2D.
They all have their own story, they all evolve. So, and you got different species because it's in space. So, I love it.
And they fix those smiles.
And yes, they fixed their smiles. If you haven't seen the trailer for their smile,
Oh, my
go
God.
watch that Asari smile because she's beautiful.
I got nothing on that one. Hopefully they'll have more as that game is slated to come out, but
And then,
the rumors are March next year. I don't know. I doubt that's going to stay the same. I bet you they're going to push that up. Or I bet you it's going to get delayed.
probably.
So,
But
knowing how it's EA.
the more delay it gets, as long as it doesn't get canceled, is good because that means they're putting more content into it
So
and they're
for
refining
200
their
million
original content that they put
So
in it.
Jesus come by.
And hopefully there will be less problems with it when it comes out.
I got you. Raven, what you got?
I don't give a fuck about Mass Effect.
No, he's asking which one are you're most excited about.
Did you not listen
What
to
was
what
the
we
list?
just talked about?
Yeah, listen, but
Uh,
you've been talking and I forgot what the fucking options were between then and now.
Titanfall, Mass Effect, Battlefield 1, FIFA Madden, and Star Wars.
Battlefield's the only one I give a shit about. The rest of them I don't care. I never played any of the Mass Effects. That didn't interest me.
Missing out.
And
You,
I'll-
sir, have no gaming experience.
I have enough. But with the Star Trek thing, it seems interesting. It's another VR thing. So basically, it's just you
Wait,
play
what? Did you say Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I was about to say, I was going to get excited if there was some kind of cool Star Trek
Wars
thing
is
coming.
like, really, I'm thinking something else. I'm thinking of something else. I got them confused. Never mind. I don't know shit about Star Wars. I was thinking about the Star Trek Bridge Officer thing. I think
Oh, yeah.
that's the next one we're going to talk about after this. But yeah, Battlefield's the only one I give a shit about. I don't care about any of those other games, literally.
Not even Titanfall?
I didn't play the first one.
Down with Titanfall.
So what about the new Battlefield? Like, makes you
It just-
excited about?
It's like what we talked about last podcast, where I like the idea of going back, especially to a thing that hasn't seen many games, which is it being in that war. Wait, which one is it in?
World War
World War One.
Yeah, because it's always in World War II, so it'd be interesting to see it back then versus now, and it looks pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna harp on the graphics. I mean, they look good, but they're not amazing. The trailer looked
I think
pretty
it looked
fucking
pretty
good,
damn
but
good.
the gameplay trailer, it didn't look spectacular to me.
No, we watched some Assault gameplay earlier, and it did look really
Now
similar.
the weaponry in it looked
but
pretty good. That fucking assault rifle he had.
What got me about one of the videos I saw was there was somebody driving a tank, and he was looking through the scope or whatever on the side, and they got to a wall, and for a split second it zoomed out to them like third-person view of the tank, and they just crashed through that wall and completely destroyed it, ran over it with the tank. It was badass. So stuff like that
Destructive
kind of makes me want to get the game.
that's what Battlefield's known for. Destructible environments, and that's the
But
Frostbite
it just looks so
I don't
pretty
know
when it did it.
how many of you have played like Battlefield 3, but the first time I ever played that game, like literally the first game I got into, Brian and Travis, I was sitting in a building reloading, thinking I was safe. All of a sudden, a fucking helicopter dive bombed straight in front of the building. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. I hear an explosion in my left turn, and there's a tank blew a hole in the fucking wall. I was like, this is a very different fucking game right here, and I took the fuck off.
It's one of the rare games where you can go ring ring motherfucker and then just shoot a tank through the wall and it actually destroys the
I've
wall.
never had more fun than being in a tank with Brian driving and just firing straight through a building and like across the field into an enemy base. It's like, fuck you guys.
that game does seem like it's off to a good start.
And I hope like they showed some gameplay and a little bit of that. I don't know if they have a multiplayer in that game, I'll be very interested to see how that works. You don't have high-powered sniper rifles and all that kind of shit to try and take out. If they have like maps the scope they have now, I assume they
How about
will.
Battlefield? There's definitely multiplayer.
I don't know. I didn't see shit about it. I watched the one
Wasn't the
trailer.
Assault multiplayer?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of multiplayer.
I'm talking about like if they have it on the scope that they have maps now. I assume it's going to be smaller maps since they don't have. They might have.
I
Well,
don't know, since you got like biplanes and tanks
They
and all
might.
kinds of deals.
There's rumors going around that it's going to try to support 64 players. I don't see it happening. I really don't see that happening. But I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. Maybe there's something we don't know.
fuck
but-
that.
I doubt it's going to be
I
cross-platform.
don't need 32 motherfuckers
So-
trying to run me down across the field.
Come back, you bastard!
Give me a hug.
But anyways, yeah, Battlefield. Sam, what do you got? Which
Well-
one tickles your fancy?
Honestly, the one that I'll probably end up spending the most time on is going to be Mass Effect Andromeda, because I'm right there with Reed. It's an amazing universe just to like expand upon, and well, we've kind of already expanded upon it with what Reed said. So, but another game that I'm probably the only person in here that is excited about is Titanfall 2. I love Titanfall 1. I really like. I wish it had an actual campaign to it. I mean, I think that was shitty of it and I think the multiplayer could have been better, but for what it was still fun. I still enjoyed it, and that I'm not even like poor, like I guess I don't know what you call it.
Poor boy.
What?
Just being the fuckhead.
Posterity.
I guess so. I don't know. It could have been a lot better.
Blur
Not-
honk.
Huh?
Blur honk.
It could have been better. Titanfall 1 could have been better,
Fuck, solid.
but it was still fun, and
Yeah.
so I still enjoyed it.
It does
And
look like
then-
they fixed. Oh, sorry.
Titanfall 2, if you haven't watched the single player trailer, go check it out. It gives the idea of the Titan itself having its own kind of AI developed inside of it, which I think is an interesting concept for a mech to actually be able to speak and like grow sentient. I mean, it's not a completely original idea, but
Cough,
it's
Iron
still.
Man, cough.
Here comes fucking Skynet.
But it's still. I like the idea. I like the genre, and I like the gameplay. I like the gameplay from Titanfall 1. So
The reason he loves it is because there's mechs in it. Alright, that's all you gotta say.
Well, that's what was its big push was.
yeah,
You know, instead of foot combat, now you have mechs.
yep.
Hashtag Ronin, by the way. That's the name of the mech.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Cool.
Ronin. Ronin.
Shout outs to hashtags.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And also, part of the reason that it kind of interests, or that it got my attention, like to begin with. I mean, since it was EA that it was developed under, I didn't really care. I wasn't very interested, but Respawn Studios was originally part of the team at Infinity Ward that created Modern Warfare 2.
I forgot
So-
Respawn was on that.
Yeah, so that part of Infinity Ward after Modern Warfare 2, Activision kind of screwed them on it. They separated and went to EA and created Respawn Studios and then developed Titanfall. And so I think that's part of the reason why I still like the feel of the gameplay is because it's developed by the same people that made Modern Warfare 2, which I loved. So I've got a pretty good hope for that being fun.
I like that. Yeah, I could fight that bullet.
Are you gonna say Madden as your favorite?
Absolutely not.
Fuck you ain't.
Of course not. It's gonna be FIFA.
Yeah, you got me, man. I cannot wait for football, and I'll tell you why. Because
Shut the fuck up.
that was pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I can't wait for FIFA because I'm just kidding. Fuck no, I don't want FIFA. I don't want Madden either because it's the same damn games every year.
So's baseball.
No.
That's
No,
the true point.
it's not
That's
just-
actually very true.
It's not the same games every year, and they have different names on the back of the jerseys.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Instead of
number on the box.
butt McFucker, they got fuck McButter. You know? I mean, yeah.
McButter
That really
You
hurt.
reach far with butt, big fucker, to fuck McButter.
What the fuck?
But no, seriously, like, the only thing they talked about in Madden is, you know, it's like, ooh, new commentary team. Alright, cool. But anyway, my number one game, not only by EA, but by E3 altogether.
Oh, so this was going back to your earlier point.
Yes, back to the earlier segment, which,
So-
if you haven't watched it, you better go back and watch it.
Because it's that
So you're
point.
number one.
My number one best game that I look forward to, Battlefield 1, hands down. I love it. I love what they're doing with it.
I had no idea what your answer was going to be. I'm kind of shocked.
I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
After he harped on the fucking game last week.
I just thought he was.
Which, if you watched last
I thought
week's
he was
episode, you go
going-
back and watch that too.
I thought he was going with like the devil's advocate thing, and plus that he hates Call of Duty. So
I don't hate Call. Okay, well, listen, hate's a strong word. Okay,
I intensely dislike.
that's also a strong word.
hey,
I
Infinity Ward is in
intensely
this section.
fuck
It's
you.
more like I don't like things I'm bad at. You know?
Why do you do anything?
But
Anyway.
no, I love Battlefield. I'm impressed with what I've seen. I'm impressed with what I heard, and I think it's going to be, out of all the games that they've shown, this is going to be the one that lives up to the hype. And plus, like we touched on, like you touched on, I think you touched on it. It's back in World War One. odd looking weapons, new way of playing, cool multiplayer. It's still,
Trench warfare.
didn't show a lot of trench warfare, by the way. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's going to be a thing, though.
Maybe.
No.
It's going to be a thing.
No.
There's just so much stuff that I like, and
It's fucking new.
it is. It's new.
Shit I haven't seen.
And the last time they did something new, it was pretty good. I mean, if you remember Bad Company, that was really good. And now they're going out on a limb again by trying something else. And I think it's going to be good. That's
I
just
think it'll
me.
be good, too. I'm just not entirely
The
sold
game
on
looked
it being a whole
pretty.
going out new
I do
way.
have one opinion about
Yes.
it. Since you, Dakota kind of like
Yahtzee.
brought this to my head while he was talking about it. One of the reasons why I haven't liked Battlefield was because of the massive vehicle maps, and it was just either you beat your teammates to the race to the vehicles, and so you got the kills that game. That's basically how it kind of felt to me, and that really wasn't how I didn't enjoy that at all. But with it being in World War I, the weapons and the vehicles are not going to be as, devastating as fast-paced as.
What about the weapons you have to destroy said vehicles? Aren't going to be as great either.
Well, back then they didn't really have that many weapons to destroy a vehicle. That's
So
what led
That's
into
what I'm
World
saying.
War II.
You get in that vehicle, and maybe it's still like you're the unstoppable guy in the game.
It still probably will be, but it won't be as you can just hop in the tank, turn fire, and get 1,000,000 kills. I don't think it'll be quite that.
Or in
I
my
think you
case,
had a very
1,000,000 hit markers.
skewed playing experience with Battlefield because that didn't happen a lot to me. It's a thing where if a good enough person gets in a plane or a tank, they can wipe the team easy. But it wasn't a thing that happened to me all that often.
I mean, it didn't happen every single time, but it's still it's either that or you're running across half the map and then a sniper takes you out, or you're running across half the map and then some little noob sitting in the corner with a shotgun shoots you.
Sorry, that was me.
After you've sprinted for 5 minutes.
So
That's a very valid point.
What he's saying is he doesn't like that it was such a huge scope to where you have to do all this stuff to get to somewhere where you want to be, and then just when you get there, you're dead. Now you got to do that whole freaking process all the way to get back.
Oh, that's a very valid
It
point.
took time to get to where that happened, where that would happen all the time, and then I got to where I could get there and stay there a while. But I'm a little biased because me, Brown, and Travis used to play 24-hour games at Battlefield 3. Not us playing for 24 hours. There was multiple people who had servers that just ran 24 hours. And the way they did that is they just set the cap points excessively high to where it would just go forever and nobody could really do it. And I remember playing for 5 hours on one map in one game in that and falling asleep 3 times during it. We played
Just hiding in a bush.
We got into this point where we played the game just to be in the experience of I remember in that doing everything you could do in that Battlefield map. I did everything from drive the boats, every vehicle I could drive, every plane I could drive. I used every weapon I had, all that, and it was amazing. I loved that game.
One thing that I love about Battlefield that Sam does not like is the fact that the ballistics, I guess, are more true to how they actually
physics,
act.
yeah.
Oh, that doesn't bother me at all.
With the bullet drop and stuff. I
Call it
love
nuts,
that.
Sam.
I love
Don't
that
take that?
as a thing.
No, I like that.
Honestly,
I like that. That
I
doesn't.
could swear you said you didn't like that.
No. The thing that there is, two different things. One is an actual realistic, where you have to actually compensate for bullet drop, wind, shit like that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's
part.
what I'm saying. I love that.
But the fact that in the lag of it being on the server and you're pulling the trigger, it's showing up on your screen as the bullet going through their head, but because it had to go to the server, then go to their game, then come back to your game to tell you, oh yeah, that actually did not hit them because they actually had moved a little bit.
But that can happen in any.
I don't know.
No.
They
I never
switched
had
over.
that.
Huh?
Oh,
If I missed by a large margin. I fucked up planning it. I've never had it looked like I was dead on and then missed because
It happened constantly.
Are you just talking about lag spikes that you're not aware of until after? What
no,
you were trying
you're
to
not.
do
He's not
with
saying
it?
he's actually lagging. He's saying the response,
Yeah.
the ping time
Yeah.
between
Yeah,
all.
he's
of
saying
the,
the using the bullet, you have to aim to the top left to get the bullet to go where you want it to hit this guy. because it has to go through servers and all that, it's
Oh.
It's
not
shows
actually
up.
going
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying it's going.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I get that. Yeah. That's
Basically,
great.
it shows as if if you were to like rewind it a little bit, you can see your bullet going through their head on your game. But if you're on their game, it was actually behind their head because they were running.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
And that's something you can't. I mean, that's just server stuff. There's no way to fix it.
I know. That's why I
Yeah.
don't.
Uh,
That's why I didn't. I
Yeah.
really don't care for Battlefield, is because it is run entirely on a server base
Oh,
instead of a host.
Well, hopefully it'll be
I
better
will
this
say
year.
I've never had a better sniping experience or felt more joy than getting a fucking headshot in Battlefield 3. Especially, there's one map that's got this gigantic ass tower in the back. Me and Brian would get up there every day, like we played, and just sit up there in prone and just take people out all day. It was the
That's-
most fun.
Because I'm a camper at heart in video games, and so I love that in Battlefield that you can do. It's very satisfying to get a bullet drop kill on somebody right through the eyes with a sniper rifle from the complete other side of the map.
Oh, yeah.
Battlefield had the realism, and Gears has like the damage I want to see. If you found a game that had those two things, where it was the realism of actually sniping with the goriest, which I guess Sniper
Sniper
Elite's
Elite.
kind of like that.
Probably the closest thing you'll get.
You know,
Uh,
that's just that would be amazing.
I'll agree to that with the sniper battle, because if it wasn't somebody running, if I actually like out-sniped somebody else or they out-sniped me, it was entirely because either I was bad or they were bad. Like it actually did feel really rewarding and satisfying because you actually
It kind of feels like that movie where I don't know if it's World War I or World War II movie where they're having like a sniper battle.
That's
and,
World War II.
and-
Was it Band of Brothers?
And the guy's in the building running back and forth, and he uses the little like glint of the glass.
Yes.
And he like goes through the scope.
That
it
was
feels
Saving
like that.
Private Ryan, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Because it was that really
No, it was an older- it
religious
was an
guy.
older
He was
movie.
on the ground, and like he was aiming at the German sniper in the tower, and he shot through the scope of the sniper the German was using and went through his eyes. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Pretty sure.
Saving
'Cause I
Private
thought it
Ryan.
was an older movie.
That was absolutely Saving Private
Well,
Ryan.
it might have been in multiple.
It could have been in multiple.
Yeah.
Because it's a
But I think it was
historical
in.
thing.
I
That's
think
actually
they had that
happened.
in Band of Brothers as well.
Because like he said a prayer so much, you know, it was like, "My good Lord and Savior."
Well, they
and
let
then
out.
he'd
They
shoot
couldn't
and
hit.
get
They
somewhere.
couldn't hit each other. They were like having this huge battle.
Oh, okay,
and so
maybe
then he
I'm
ended
thinking
up
wrong.
tricking them with the glint and was able to kill him.
Yep.
I don't know, but that was
Any
my
one
oddity about
1,000
Battlefield
movies.
is that if you ever watch Band of Brothers,
I haven't.
yeah, I know you do, but like if you've watched Band of Brothers and everything, I really loved it because like every life you're like, okay, I can't get shot, you know, and so you're running through shrubbery, you're running through a forest, you never know when somebody is looking at you, fixing to take a pot shot at you, and then they finally do, and you're like, oh my god, where the fuck did that come from? You know, it's not like, oh, it's, you know, another shooter is like, oh, here he is, he's on your radar. Not necessarily true in Battlefield. While there is radar, it's still really hard to tell where they're coming from.
That's one of the things I like.
You
Is
know?
like you have a radar, so if you're in close quarters, you could see somebody if they're like going around or whatever. But if you're off like we were up at a fucking like 100-foot tower, nobody sees you, and you don't see them unless you're looking for them.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
But then also, one thing, a drawback to Battlefield is, say you do that, you feel really rewarded when you finally get the kill, but then you eventually will die. You respawn, the rest of your team absolutely sucks, and so as soon as you respawn, a tank shoots you and blows up that building that you just spawned in because they're already camping your spawn because none of your other teammates have been able to hold them back.
Yeah. That's just bad luck.
Okay, that
I know,
okay.
I've been on that.
I know,
That's
that
really
happens
bad
a
I
luck.
lot.
want to
more.
clarify just for somebody who might have not played Battlefield.
And Call of
You
Duty goes
spawn-
slower pace.
In Battlefield, you have like spawns, like actual bases that your enemy can't get to, and you spawn in. But if you're playing any kind of game, you can cap points, and that becomes a base you can spawn in. That's what Sam's talking about. Like if you choose to spawn, so you don't have to do the thing where you have to run all the way or drive all the way from your fucking base, and then somebody's just camping that point, you're fucked. I'll give you that. That's fucking sucks.
Well, I mean,
Or you spawn on your teammate, and your teammate's a moron running down the middle of the map,
No!
and then you just get shot as soon as you spawn.
I've watched somebody spawn in our base and literally run from our base all the way to the enemy base, or at least to the borderline.
well, it seems like
I don't know
EA
how he fucking did it.
It seems like EA had a lot of good stuff. So other stuff that we didn't mention was You know, FIFA, Madden, you know, that's for hardcore people. Madden community, you know, you get a new Madden. Congratulations. FIFA community, they did some cool stuff that they're going to do in this year's game, but, you know, it's just going to be another year game. And then you got Star Wars, and you got some companies the rumor is that they're going around making a project. They haven't said what project they're making, but like Respawn and Criterion and what was that other company? BioWare, yeah. BioWare, they're all making some kind of VR for Star Wars, so something to maybe be excited about. I don't know. They didn't say a lot of details on that. They just confirmed that some of these companies are making something for VR that has to do with Star Wars. So what do you guys think about EA?
Out of 10? Is that
Out
what
of
we're
10.
going with?
Yeah. So, sorry, I stole your thunder. Reed, ask a question.
Oh, what do you think about EA out of 10?
Yeah, it sucks.
God damn.
Well, that wasn't really out of a 10, but I'm going to go with a 0 then. Because that's what you're saying.
I mean, I give Battlefield 1 a 10 out of 10. I give everything a 1 out of 10.
Alright, Sam?
As a company, EA still sucks. 0 out of 10. But as for their lineup of games and the possibility of them actually being enjoyable, as for Titanfall and Battlefield, I'll give it an 8 for its presentation. As far as like the way it looks right now, I mean, later on after we learn more, it might turn out it's going to be horrible. Absolutely, I'll let that be out on the table. But also Battlefield 1, right now, it looks like it could be fun, and the fact that people will be, or Amos is going to be playing it, and Dakota, I'll probably get it and play it with them. But right now, I'm just going to give it a 6 out of 10 because it's still Battlefield. It's still probably going to be similar like feel to it, so it could still suck. But as far as everything else, other than the and Mass Effect, of course, Mass Effect gets a 10.
So mine would be, as overall, like Sam said, it's EA, so 0 out of 10. But if we're going with the whole individual thing, Mass Effect gets a 10 out of 10, and I guess I give EA like a, I don't know, 4 out of 10 for everything else because don't care for the rehash sports games, don't care for Titanfall, don't care for all that stuff. So basically it's Mass Effect, possibly Battlefield, maybe some Star Wars.
I like what I saw. I think EA came and maybe had the best lineup when it comes to hype. Mass Effect, Titanfall, flipping Battlefield. I mean, I loved what I saw. I think it was a very good show of games. Give it a 9.5. Love it. I love it. And, you know, just based on hype and the first things that we've seen about it. You know, Madden and FIFA, sure, I'll include you. Why not? Don't want you to be excluded. So.
I do. Exclude them.
Alright, so EA, you did okay, but you still suck. Yeah. So, alright, we're going on to the next segment. Anybody got closing thoughts? No? Maybe?
EA sucks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Bye.
sucks. Fuck you guys.
Yep. Next segment.